Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
The Huntington Woods journalist being held in a prison in Myanmar has a message for people who are worried here in Metro Detroit. He says that he's okay, and we're going to have a look at what happened in a court hearing for Danny Fenster. And President Biden arrives in Florida to get briefed on that condo collapse, that deadly condo collapse, as new concerns surface that the rest of the building could come down. But we do begin with breaking news here at noon. A new sweepstakes to get more people vaccinated against COVID-19. Michigan is now giving away $5 million in total in scholarships as vaccinations lag. Thank you for joining us for Local 4 News here at noon. I'm Evrod Cassamy. The money is eligible to people who decide to get vaccinated now, and to the more than 60% of Michigan residents who have already gotten at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. This follows a similar program that you might have heard of that was successful down in Ohio. Local 4's Grant Herms joins us now live from Lansing. I understand that you were at today's announcement. Walk us through the giveaways, what people need to know to sign up, and how old you need to be eligible.
Yeah, hey, Everett. So that eligibility starts actually back on December 1st of last year. So that's before the vaccines were even rolled out. That means everybody who's been vaccinated is in this sweepstakes. You got to register, though. The governor says that she's hoping that this first amount, which is the $1 million amount, the eligibility starts today and runs through the 10th. The drawing is on the 11th. She's hoping that that money pays off in a big way.
The governor today announcing nearly $5.5 million in sweepstakes prizes for Michiganders to get vaccinated over the summer. The prizes break down like this. The $1 million drawing will be on July 11th, so you have to register between today and July 10th. The $2 million jackpot entry runs from today to August 3rd. And then there are the daily prizes, which the state thinks will help keep people interested beyond the bigger amounts. Those run through August 3rd. The scholarships for those 12 to 17 run through today and July 30th. The governor encouraging people to sign up, register, and not let their guard down.
I know it's tempting to look at these low COVID numbers we have right now and think this is all behind us. Thanks to the sacrifices and efforts of so many, today we have this collective sense of optimism and relief. But we still have more work to do.
Now, we should say those scholarships, they're $55,000 apiece, and there are 9 of them. You have to be between 12 and 17 years old. For the rest of those dollar amounts, it's everybody 18 and up. You do have to register. You are not automatically entered once you get your vaccine. We should also say that this is being paid for with federal CARES Act money, so it doesn't violate state law by using state funds. Coming up at 5 o'clock, we'll take a closer look at how these things worked in other states, how successful they were, and what that means for us here in Michigan. Evrod?
All right, Grant Herms reporting live for us this afternoon. We've got all the details for you to sign up right now on the homepage of our website. Just go to clickondetroit.com for that. Also breaking at this hour, the Supreme Court rules Arizona's restrictive voting laws do not violate federal law. A federal appeals court in San Francisco had ruled the restrictions violated the Voting Rights Act by disproportionately affecting minorities. In a 6-3 decision, the Supreme Court reversed that ruling. In Arizona, only voters, family members, or caregivers can turn in ballots, and votes cast in the wrong precincts are not counted. The Huntington Woods man being held in a prison in Myanmar appeared in court this morning. Danny Fenster is his name. He's a journalist who was arrested in May when trying to return home to see his family. His lawyer tells CNN that he spoke with Danny for about 30 minutes, says that he looked healthy, and Danny asked his attorney to tell everybody that he is doing okay. CNN reports that Danny is still being held. He has a hearing coming up in 2 weeks. We're expected to learn more this afternoon about the indictment involving the Trump Organization. Here's what we know so far. The group's chief financial officer, Alan Weisselberg, surrendered to the Manhattan District Attorney's Office earlier this morning. He's set to go before a judge this afternoon, and details about the grand jury charges have not been unsealed. But multiple sources tell NBC that prosecutors have been looking into whether company employees evaded taxes on fringe benefits like cars and apartments. The Trump Organization is under indictment, but the former president himself is not. President Biden is in Surfside, Florida right now at the site of that horrific condo collapse. The president is getting briefed on the situation, and new video shows him sitting alongside Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis. The president is also expected to meet with first responders and the families of people who are still missing. And as Morgan Chesky reports, newly surfaced video captures what might be the final moments before that building came down.
The new video that seems to show water leaking from the base of the building was posted to TikTok just 8 minutes before the collapse. It comes as search and rescue workers refuse to give up hope after pulling the last survivor from the rubble a week ago.
The guys and gals that are working on that pile, there are times that they are breaking down.
Rescuers not slowing down, pushed to work day and night by the thought that they may be able to bring some of the missing back home.
You can imagine how one person coming out of that rubble that gets to hug their loved one, that's a totally different type of healing.
145 people are still missing, the death toll rising to 18, including 2 children, ages 4 and 10.
The loss of our children is too great to bear.
Calls for accountability now growing stronger. Overnight, NBC News obtained a voicemail left in the chaotic moments after the tower fell.
Oh my God!
Raisa Rodriguez, a resident of the tower in a unit that didn't collapse, frantically calling her brother after witnessing the destruction.
The whole site is moving on.
This is lawyers file a lawsuit on behalf of a man still missing, pushing to visit the site and preserve evidence.
The key to answering the question, what happened to my loved one, is the evidence and the debris and the rubble.
At the scene, loved ones of the missing and others still grappling with what could have been.
We came to pay our respects to our neighbors. It easily could have been us in that building.
Holding out hope amidst so much heartache.
And that was Morgan Chesky reporting. Just a little while ago, the mayor of Miami-Dade County announced work on that condo has been stopped. And this is all because of concerns about the stability of that section that's still standing. Crews actually noticed several expansions in cracks and movement in that debris pile that could cause the building to fall entirely. They're working right now on other options to continue rescue operations there. Turning our attention to the forecast now on your Thursday afternoon. The rain not done with us just yet, Brandon. I know you're tracking the possibility of a few showers today.
Couple showing up now on Storm Tracker 4, even a rumble of thunder a possibility, just trying to get rid of the last of the instability. We have a north wind, and it is driving showers north to south, but you can see low to middle and even upper 70s, a pretty good variety of 70s around town. And the Rocket Mortgage Classic going on at the Detroit Golf Club. Things are looking pretty good, but hopefully folks out there have the local forecasters app and they can dodge a shower. But we're right around 80 this afternoon and a few showers out there. And again, there is a little rumble of thunder with this little cell coming across Lapeer County into northern Macomb County, but stray showers elsewhere. And the big picture doesn't show a whole lot of wet weather here, Evrod. So we're drying things out, getting some relief from the heat. And we'll explain more about that as we head into the big holiday weekend coming up.
All right, Brandon, thank you so much. Let's take a look from Sky 4 now. It caught video of more concrete being poured onto I-94. Crews there are hard at work repairing things that need it ever since the weekend flooding. The eastbound lanes from Michigan Avenue to West Grand Boulevard are still closed, and it might be about another week or even 2 before that stretch is back open. Over to Dearborn, community leaders there are coming together to help those who have been affected by the recent floods. ACC, Dearborn Police, and Forgotten Harvest teamed up together this morning for this drive-through food giveaway. About 30,000 pounds of food was available to affected families. DTE also donated ice, rechargeable batteries, and flashlights. ACC offered a limited number of hotel rooms for those who might have been displaced. Officials say that they're just doing their part to help.
The real message here is hope. When people feel hopeless because their basements are underwater, it's a solemn feeling, and we're here to just let people know that they're not alone, and we'll be here for them.
Of course, as you can imagine, that is much appreciated. ACC has made a donation of $5,000 to the Dearborn Police Department's food distribution operation. So another big sporting event kicks off in Detroit today. It is the Rocket Mortgage Classic, and it brings some big names to the area. After a week of practice and charity rounds, today begins the play that counts for all the PGA players. The weekend event is being held at the Detroit Golf Club. Defending champ Bryson DeChambeau and 6-time major winner Phil Mickelson are the headliners. We're going to take you there for all the excitement live starting in our news at 5 o'clock, so make sure you stay tuned for that. It's a search that had neighbors always checking their surroundings. A venomous snake, this venomous snake, missing for days in a community. Well, it is missing no more. We'll tell you where it was finally found. But first, something goes terribly wrong when police seize thousands of pounds of commercial-grade fireworks from a home in Los Angeles. We'll have that story next.